All right, so we're going to get right into it here. So what you're going to do, make sure you're going to pixlr.com, and you're going to want to make sure you're in advanced Pixlr E. And you can see already the two different documents that I was working to alter the sculpture for and crop them down into squares. So today what we're going to be doing is rather than opening a new image, we're going to be creating a new image, because what we're going to try to do is we're going to add both of these images into one document. Okay, and this is one way that just in building a little bit of knowledge and how to create and document artwork. Maybe you have three different images of the same sculpture and you want to put them on one page. That would be helpful to create one image of that. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to create new. And over here on the width and the height, I'm going to put 2,550 for the width and 3,300 for the height. This is basically about an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And then for the title, I'm going to say Megan, and I'm going to be cut and pleated paper. Okay, because that's the two photos that I'm going to be adding. I'm also going to add a background right here, and I want to make it white. You could put it on a different color background, but I'd like you, just for this purposes, keep it white, and then you're going to click Create. Okay, so you'll see if I come over to the zoom window here in the navigate, right, I've got one piece of paper, I've got all my tools, and in my layer there's really nothing in it right now. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to add those photos that we saved before and cropped and altered the color balance, etc. And I'm going to do that by clicking on this plus sign right over here in the layers window. And when I click on that, it'll bring up a little window, and I can create an empty layer, an image layer, a text layer. I'm going to click on the one that says image, and it basically asks, well, where is that image live? So in my downloads folder here, if I scroll through, I can see there's that one. That's the cropped as a square version. So I'll use that for my cut paper, and I'll click open. And you can see it added it to this document right here. Now, if it's a little small, I can upload it and make it a little larger by clicking on the shift and dragging up. Okay, and I can kind of extend it. Notice when I move it to the center, it's got that nice little centering line. It's kind of nice as I'm clicking on the move tool, which is this arrow up here. It's a little white arrow. It allows me to move an image around the page. So I've got it nice and centered. And then I'm going to go and get a new layer by clicking on that plus sign, and I'm going to click image, and then I'm going to find my other document. I think it was the parallel V fold. There it is. Okay, and that's, I wanted the cropped version. I'm going to click OK, open, and so it just added it. And so now I can move that, and I can also shrink that down and kind of make it lined up with the other document. Okay. By clicking on those little squares at the end. Okay, so here, it allows you to easily just click on these layers and move them around. So now I've got a nice little layout of both of my sculptures. And that's pretty much it. You're going to now save this document just like we did before. Again, I hate these little advertisements that pop up, but hey, it's a free program, so I should not complain. Right now, you see that there's three layers right here. Layer 1, and these other two layers of the cut, pleat, and the parallel fold images on top of that. So if I go to File, Save right now, I have a couple of options. If I click JPEG, it's basically going to flatten it all together into one layer, essentially, as a JPEG image. If I click PXD, it will keep the layers, so I could maybe at some other time alter it, move it, change it however I want. So you may want to save it first as a PXD file, and then afterwards save it as a JPEG file. Okay, if you plan on altering it in the future, definitely. This is the Pixlr document, essentially PXD file format for keeping the layers, and when you open it back up into Pixlr, it will have the layers still there. But for my purposes, I'm not going to alter it any more than this, so I'm going to put it as a JPEG. I'm going to have the quality high and 100%, because that's how I roll. and then I'm just going to click download, and I have it's already named. It's putting into my downloads folder, but you could put wherever you want. Notice it's a JPEG image, save. Okay, and so that is the document that you could now, if I opened it, it's going to open up into preview, but this is the document that lives in the documents folder or downloads folder of mine that you could attach to Google Classroom in this format right here for that assignment. Okay, there you go.